Good evening, everybody. This is Big Fat Video Game Nerd, and it's been a couple days since I've done a video, so I just wanted to give you guys an update. I went and saw John Carter over the weekend, not this last weekend. I wanted to go see Jump Street, but I didn't get a chance to, so hopefully go watch The Hunger Games this weekend and Jump Street. But I watched John Carter, and I just wanted to tell everyone that the movie sucked. Yeah, that's right. So I was swearing there under my breath. I hated it. I hated it a lot. It was clearly Disney's attempt to kind of cash in on their name. I don't know if you guys know too much about the John Carter series, but it is a book that was written in the early 1900s, and this guy lived in the 1800s, so he was very, very familiar with stuff like the Civil War. Things were a lot more predominant back then, and he wrote this series of books called John Carter of Mars. The first 3 books in the series were about him, and overall the book series was really just about the planet and its inhabitants. But Disney, I guess, got the rights to make a movie about it and wanted to try to cash in using the same kind of videography and humor that Pirates of the Caribbean did, and they kind of failed. So I guess I'm a little late with this review, but I did read an article today and I can't find it. I wanted to include a link down below to the Yahoo article today saying that basically it was a huge flop. The movie's only been out for 2 weeks and Disney's already calling it quits. It's bad. They've only made like $30 million and the thing cost $250 million to make. So you got to think, after the $100 million of marketing, and hopefully they'll make some back on DVD sales, and maybe some people will go see it, but it was a horrible flop. So they've lost a crap ton of money so far this year, kind of gambling on the fact that their name and this unknown story. No one knew this story. I don't know anyone that's ever read the John Carter books. Me and my girl are going to go back and read them now, but before this movie came out, I'd never even heard of it. So they took a lot of creative liberties with it, and there were just a lot of things that really kind of stood out to me that really made the movie suck. First off, it was supposed to be on the planet Mars, and it wasn't red. I don't know if Disney just somehow forgot that the red planet is full of iron and red, but they didn't even try. They didn't even attempt to. So, if you're an adult, you're just going to tear this movie apart. I understand that it was a kid's movie, and I really do hope that Disney has more success later in this year. I really am excited about some of the other movies that's coming out, like The Avengers and Brave. That's going to hopefully make them a lot more money back, so that they still come out in the green this year. But this movie sucked. This guy, the physics were all jacked up. This guy can jump because the gravity is a little less, but then when he falls at the same speed, and you're thinking that he's going to break his legs, but he never does. And this is supposed to be a kid's movie, but there's lots of blood and gore and violence, and he chops people's heads off, and it was just kind of like, most people, when they go see a Disney movie, they're going to go see a PG or a G-rated movie, and if you're a teen, which is where this is probably targeted towards, or young adult, you're not going to go see a Disney movie, or at least not tell anyone that you did, and you're not going to go off and see it by yourself. So it's kind of hard for, I imagine, if you're 16, 15, 17, 18, 19, convince your parents to go and take you to go see John Carter. Plus, its name sucks. Seriously, who names a movie John Carter? They should have called it Red Planet or something. I think that whoever was in charge of marketing this film is a fucking idiot, and I think I could have done a much better job. They should have probably released it over the summer when kids are out of school, and their kids are just their parents are giving them money to go see movies, and they're going to go see everything. So I'm sure there's got to be at least 1 week during the summer that there's not going to be anything really good coming out that they could have tried to capitalize on, and then spent the next couple months marketing it a little bit better and stuff. So the trailers sucked. You can't tell anything from the trailers. I get into the movie and it starts off super slow, and it's talking about this guy John Carter and his life in the Civil War and why he doesn't want to fight, and then I guess 30 minutes later he completely forgets about that kind of attitude because there's a girl. It's always about a girl, right? So he just goes and fights this epic war and saves the day, and that's great, but you can practically smell the desperation coming off Disney. Like, please like our movie, please let us, sell enough that we can make a sequel. They're not going to, though. I mean, it's going to go the way of Aragon, which is unfortunate. You know, I'm sure the books were much better than the movie adaptation, and they just really didn't take a lot of time and pay a lot of attention to detail. Aragon, in the same way, they could have made a really great movie, but instead they made a fail movie, and now they'll never actually get to tell that whole story, which could have been great. I mean, they could have made a ton of money if they would have just done it right. I mean, I don't know how some of these people get the ability to make these movies and TV shows, and some of the stuff that just sucks. You know, I recently had an idea for a TV show, and I don't want to tell you too much about it, but because I actually do hope to pursue that kind of career one day, making TV shows and entertainment for people with an actual budget and entertain people, because I think that I have a lot of really great ideas, and if I had a budget of $250 million, I could make a better movie than John Carter. So yeah, I'm really irritated, and I've told all of my friends, don't go see it, don't pick it up on DVD, just pass. There's so much better stuff to spend your time and money on these days. I mean, a 3D ticket at the theater, if you're not going to a matinee, was $14, and there was no 3D in the movie. That's another thing. I mean, I know I'm getting a little rambly and ranty here, but I mean, honestly, it was terrible. I went and saw an animated film recently, and some of the trailers and previews had more 3D in them than this entire movie combined. So that was incredibly frustrating, and I just can't say enough bad things about this movie. It was a piece of crap, and I would say avoid it and don't go see it, and tell all your friends to not go see it. And if you do see it and you like it, I guess we just have different tastes, and good for you. I mean, it was okay, but you know, I would go as far. No, I'm not going to go that far. But anywho, yeah. So keep watching. Hope you guys like this kind of stuff. I hope I saved at least one person out there in this world from watching this terrible movie. If you do like it, watch it. You know, call me an idiot below, and I'll take it for what it's worth. And I'm really excited because I got Hunger Game tickets for midnight showing here in a couple days. Yay, Hunger Games! I'm so excited. I can't wait to see Katniss Everdeen played by the lovely, lovely lady. Yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys have a great night. Tune in next time. Have a great day.